Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what time that you'll see this video. Thank you for tuning in or watching with your girl Ruby. This is a Bible plan that I am doing with you guys entitled God, What About Me, Day 3 from my YouVersion Bible app. You can find this if you type God, what about me? Not day three, God, what about me? In the search of www.bible.com. At the top of this website, you will see it will say Bible plans, videos, and on the right hand side, it will say get the app, which you can download it on your Android or iOS devices. Okay, I've been using this app for actually probably over 2 years now. I'm really trying to remember how long. It's either been about 2 years or a little over. And I use this app. This is not a sponsored video. I always like to say that because I don't want somebody to think that I am saying this because something is being sponsored. But I just really enjoy everything that this website and app has to offer. I like how it is helping me learn more and more about God, learn more and more about the Word, learn more and more about myself, learn more and more discipline and just how to be in life, how to be toward others. It's teaching me to more and more look at the glass half full as opposed to half empty in life. There are a lot of different topics and subjects to kind of get in touch with that I believe it's helped me, so it helped a lot of other people. And like I said, I will leave the link to this plan, which will inherently put you to the actual website in the description below. But like I said, it's called God, What About Me? This is day 3, and this is by David and Ella from my YouVersion Bible app. So this one is titled While I'm Waiting. While you're waiting, remember that as a child of the Most High God, every season is your season. This notion that it's only our season when things go our way is incorrect and toxic. When David was tending sheep, it was still his season, and when Joseph was locked up in prison for a crime he didn't commit, it was still his season. So while we're waiting, what we see physically will challenge our faith in God because there will not always be physical evidence of what we are believing for Him to do. In those times, remember that we live by faith and not by sight. We make our decisions on the foundation of faith in God, not by the limitations of our current situation. As we wait, we learn how to submit our will, our timeline of how things should happen, and even our goals to God. In His hands is the safest place to be because only He has the capability to live in today, tomorrow, and next year. Waiting reveals what and who we worship. It reveals deep rooted fears and even hidden anxious beliefs. When the Israelites were waiting to get to the promised land, they pursued instant gratification because that is what they valued. They wanted to go back to slavery instead of waiting and enduring the journey because in their hearts they were worshiping other gods. Waiting is never wasted. God wasn't withholding his promise from the Israelites, he was preparing them. When you find yourself dissatisfied with your situation, what do you turn to? The answer to this question reveals a lot about your heart. So that's a good question. When you find yourself dissatisfied with your situation, what do you turn to? So originally, I feel like I used to always. I didn't have a lot of patience. I can confess and be transparent as I always am that I really had a entitled kind of mindset. Unfortunately, I was had that mindset where I felt like yes, I believe that God was for everyone, right? That he was here for everyone, but I felt like if I'm following God, if I believe in him, right? That whatever I pray for, ask for, and when I ask for it, it should just, quickly come like that. And I'm like, that's not how it works. Obviously, now knowing the word more, and being more connected to God, I know that that's not even how life works, and we shouldn't have that kind of mentality. God is not our personal genie that we are to get three wishes or we snap our fingers and we move. He moves for us. No, we move for him, right? We live for him. So it's like I'm just happy that I no longer have that kind of mindset. We all like like all right, simple things. We're hungry, we want to eat, right? And we're thirsty, we want to drink, and we want to get somewhere, we want to get there on time, all those kind of things. But even in those instances, sometimes either you won't eat when you want to eat, or you may not eat what you want to eat. And all things give thanks, right? Same thing for a drink. You might not get what you want to drink or drink when you want to drink, but when you can, give thanks. And always humble yourself, because like I always say when I go out here in life, um, we are all basically like connected in a way, right? Because it's like if you think about it, we all like, okay, we have this going on, we have this going on, we have that wrong, we have this health condition, whatever case may be. But there's always people who have um health conditions that are more challenging, right? And we should always have like a humble mindset. And the reality is that the word never told us that we wouldn't have health issues. The word actually speaks on the opposite of that, from the beginning, from the fall of man, right? So we know that this is how we have all of these many different diseases and conditions and how complications in the world. But sometimes I get the rambling. Let me get back on track. So um the final part says, while we wait, God prepares us for what is ahead. Each day, God is speaking, but if we focus on the future and neglect the one who is leading us, then we won't hear him. Sometimes we listen to respond instead of listening to receive, right? Sometimes yeah, we're so just hanging on the last of every line, every sentence, every message, that we don't receive the message, we don't receive the word. We're too busy trying to respond to it instead of just receiving it and letting it marinate in our spirit. So therefore time will pass, but we will only be as frustrated and as clueless as the day one, because we didn't receive any direction from the one we claim to serve. And that's so true though. Like we'll really, like we're so, like we'll pray, right? We'll pray. Okay, let's touch on that. Sometimes we'll pray we won't even get out of his way. We will pray and say, God, please take this, Lord, please, X, Y, Z, whatever we want to say, we're praying, but we won't get out of his way. And then we complain and we're frustrated because we say with our mouths that we're giving something to God, but we're really not giving it to him, and trust in his direction, trust in his purpose, trust in his plan, trust in his focus with us. So And that's something I struggle with a lot too. Like I always tell y'all, I look work in progress over here. Okay, but we're going to go to scripture, which is Psalms 138:3. And it says, "When I called, you answered me. You greatly emboldened me." And the next scripture is 2 Corinthians 5:7. "For we live by faith, not by sight." And the final scripture for day 3 is Hebrews 11:1. Says, "Now faith is the confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see." You guys, this is the end of God, What About Me, day 3. I hope that you receive the messages in this Bible plan, and in the scripture. If you have any ideas of topics that you want me to cover next, because there are 2 more days, and then there's going to be a rest day, and then I will be following up. So let me see. I'm gonna click at the calendar really quickly. So tomorrow, so Saturday will be rest day. Sunday will be pick back up day after the next 2 days. But like I said, if you have a topic that you want me to cover, you guys, please leave it in the comments below. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, things you want to add, have you ever been in this space where you felt like, God, what about me? Are you still there? And if not, how did you get out of that space? I'm really hoping you guys can, tap in and talk to your girl. I'll definitely talk back. I'm making more of a habit of, because I don't always get my notifications, you guys. I'm not really sure why, but I always want to make it a habit of tapping back in. And I look daily, a couple of times daily, to see if someone has sent me a comment or something to any of the videos that I have posted. But like I said, I hope this you receive the messages. I hope this blesses you guys like it blessed me. So far I'm choosing topics that either I feel like I'm in a space of now, or that I was in a space of. I'm also going to be choosing topics that are really dear to my heart, like things that are like faith and hope and love and all of the things. So like I said, leave me a comment below, expressing me how you feel about these Bible plans. I hope you guys are receiving the messages. And if you have a topic that you would like me to cover, feel free to leave it below. You can also get in touch with me, you guys, or any of my social media platforms, or you can email me at rubyspot9@gmail.com. Have a wonderful day on purpose. I love you guys. Peace and blessings.